Hello, future self. In this edition, a movie a day keeps the doctor at May. Funny pun there. I'm going to be talking about how, as the title suggests, I pretty much watched a movie a day. I've been really ramping up my movie effort. I don't know, there's something about, getting home from work and chilling, eating, watching a movie. Maybe watching one, depending on when I work, maybe watching one after for lunch while I'm eating lunch. Maybe watching one with a snack. Maybe watching one with, dinner. Really all depends on the day and, how long I worked. But wow, I've watched a lot of movies this month, and for the most part, I would say I loved even 80% of them. And so I kind of just want to go through, starting off with, technically was last month, the late April, after I made the boring April edition. But Tropic Thunder. It was a really funny movie suggested to me by a colleague, and for the most part, it was just a fun movie. Play on Vietnam, a play on, this, that, whatever. A lot of tropes that they kind of just make fun of. Very satire comedy. To be honest, not terribly memorable for me. I remember it was kind of just like a lot of death and did a lot of laughs and a lot of just kind of like fun here and there. The casting was amazing. There's so many like famous like S tier actors on there. Just really fun all in all. Great acting. Yeah, the script was alright. Engagement, it was pretty engaging. The action was mediocre. That's probably the worst part about it. But the comedy was good. Comedy was good. And then I jumped right into another comedy. I'd watched a Road Trip. Kind of let down by it. I thought they cast Road Trip really poorly, and I didn't really like the cast for it. So I went into Euro Trip with an open mind, thinking like, oh, it's gonna be different, whatever, or it's gonna be the same, but like just in Europe. I like Europe. Why not watch it? Totally different cast. Curveballs. Like these actors were pretty much brand new, not known, really didn't make anything of themselves. But amazing, just amazing cast. I thought every character really fit their part well. Amazing film, traveling around Europe, comedy, raunchy comedy, all this stuff I love to see. It just my favorite genre. Raunchy comedy is my favorite genre. I really have discovered over this past year because it's just fun. It's just fun. I'm in that stage of my life, and just fun parties and all that stuff without getting the the bad end of the stick of partying. Um, but alongside that, I watched the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. Wow, some of those movies are amazing. I'd watched Casino Royale before, and I rewatched it as well, and I thought it was good. The second time I watched it, I thought it was way better than the first time I watched it. I just didn't think I understood it when I was younger. And the acting in it is amazing. Daniel Craig's a great actor. Great James Bond as well. And I definitely want to watch more of the James Bond movies. But Daniel Craig in this, did great in Casino Royale. And Quantum of Solace, I thought, it was a simple movie. It was just a simple, fun movie. Everyone hates on Quantum Solace. Is that what it's called? Quantum Solace. And everyone hates on it. I thought it was really cool. Set in South America or something. Really cool scenes. Great cinematography. Great action. Just the writer's strike in 2006, I think, really, kind of cut the film's like engagement, I guess, or the film's like writing staff. So it was pretty much done all on the fly, and for that, that's pretty impressive. Just the characters were fun. The movie was fun. It was quick. It was short. It was just a short James Bond film that got to the action, and I can appreciate that. Skyfall was amazing. I think Skyfall's I haven't watched many of James Bond films, but I think Skyfall's my favorite film now. Spectre was great. Skyfall was definitely my favorite by far. The cinematography was amazing. The story was amazing. The action was amazing. The cars were amazing. And that final movie, No Time to Die, was horrible. I absolutely hated that movie. It was a snooze fest. It was a waste of my time. And that ending, someone said to me, "Oh, the ending, it's really gonna blow you away." Nope. That was one of the worst endings of all time. The characters were boring and dull, and James Bond felt like Captain America. It was just such a snooze. Oh, I don't like being negative about movies, negative in general on this, but looking back, like future self, don't ever watch No Time to Die again. Watch the James Bond films that you enjoy. I'm glad you watched it, got it out of the way, but ain't no reason to watch it again. It was a horrible movie. I rated it, I think, a 4 out of 10. Oh my goodness. Everything else was great, but that movie was buns. But in between that, I watched Smokey and the Bandit, just a quick action comedy, a little B. I think they're called B-list comedies, or sorry, B tier action. Just quick comedy or quick action with a little bit of comedy sprinkled in there. Fun movie. Recommended by family members. They loved it. I saw it. I loved it. It was a great movie. Simple, great, fun. Just put a smile on my face. Definitely would watch it again in the future. I haven't watched the second one, heard good things about it, but maybe I'll revisit that in the future. And then after that, I watched National Lampoon. I jumped into Animal House, which is another college party one, and I thought it was all right. It didn't blow me away like I thought it would. I thought it was good. I thought it was mediocre. But I also rewatched European Adventure, and that one, that movie just made me love it even more. Watching Animal House than European Adventure. The writing's good in both of them, but European Adventure was just such a fun movie. All the characters are funny. The dynamics are cool. Just the scenery changes between the different countries is great. Cinematography is just amazing. And jumping next, I watched Monty Python, recommended me by a friend a long time ago. And I mean, just overall, like definitely a comedy legend. And the jokes were good. Cinematography was all right. I think the thing that I didn't like the most, maybe it's the campiness of it, is supposed to be like that. But yeah, like the costumes and stuff kind of just felt fake. The scenery felt fake, and I know it's kind of like had that like weird, and it had that weird ending of like it was spoilers. It was future self spoilers. Like I haven't already watched it. But I mean, it was kind of just like the ending was just like the modern day British police come and lock them up. For doing all this crazy stuff. And yeah, it had some great scenes in it. I don't think I'd ever really want to watch it again, but I definitely watched clips that I liked, like that sword fighting scene of like, oh, just a limb, just a flesh wound. That was really funny. So not my favorite. I definitely see why people appreciate that, and I wish I had, that smartness to me to be able to write something like that, or to even really be able to like super love something like that, and maybe even use kind of comedy like that in my everyday conversations, because I think it'd be fun. Um, and then mediocre comedy wise, I watched 21, 22 Jump Street, and mediocre was what I was expecting, and they blew me away. I was just expecting some basic Jonah Hill kind of super bad movie, which I enjoyed, but 21 and 22 Jump Street were really fun. The characters are fun. The acting was fun. The memes in 22 Jump Street, I didn't understand until I heard them. I mean, there's so many memes just in both of those movies that I've always heard in meme format, internet memes, YouTube meme compilations that, in the past that I didn't realize were from these movies, and just hitting them with me it was really funny and definitely blew me away. These two were great. I really enjoyed them. They were simple. They were sweet. They were funny. Great characters. I mean, not much to say about them. Just a fun watch. And yeah, there's a lot of movies on this month because I watched a lot of movies. Donnie Darko, Jake Gyllenhaal. I love him from Jarhead. I rewatched Jarhead this month, and wow, it's a great movie. Donnie Darko. I've heard good things about it. It's really highly rated. Just wasn't for me. I didn't really like the concept. I didn't like the tension. I didn't really feel emotional at the end. It's cool. I mean, it's a smarty pants movie where you really have to, be really intelligent to connect all the dots without, figuring it out. But just unrealistic. I don't know. There just didn't hit me the right way. It left a sour taste in my mouth. I didn't really like the casting. It wasn't For me, it just felt like there were so many other things that they could have expanded on that it honestly would have been a better show. Would have been I mean, I never say this because I love movies and TV shows I don't normally finish. But yeah, I kind of wish it was a show, even though I don't think I really would have watched it anyways. I'm definitely not going to watch it again. But it would have been a better show, and definitely a hard movie to rewatch because the twist is happening. And I find that with a lot of films like this. Um, moving on, I watched Old School, another raunchy comedy with Will Ferrell, I think. Oh wait, not Will Ferrell. Maybe, yeah, Will Ferrell, someone else. It was a great cast, funny cast. I'm not getting the actors right. I don't know why I'm blanking on them. This movie was just really came in from left field. I was expecting just a basic film, basic raunchy comedy, kind of six 6 out of 10, whatever. This movie was great. It was amazing. I had so much fun watching. I laughed so much during this movie. Wow, that was really, really, really funny. Would definitely watch again. Absolutely loved it. Good Morning Vietnam. Wow, this movie really. I went into it with high expectations. This was recommended to me, and yeah, I did not meet him at all. The movie kind of sucked. It's kind of just mediocre. Wouldn't watch it again. I think that's my kind of my baseline for if it's a good movie or not, is whether I'd watch it again, because I'm someone that loves to rewatch movies. And future self, I wonder if you still like to rewatch these movies that I list. Um, but yeah, just boring movie. Some great scenes. He's a great actor. But I don't know, it wasn't for me. I didn't think the drama scenes. I wish it was more comedy. I think it would have been more funny if it was just more comedy. I think the drama in it was stupid. It wasn't engaging. I just liked the comedy of it. Wasn't looking for all that extra, kind of politicalness and kind of political look back on it. I just wanted the comedy, the fun. I wanted it to be more like Tropic Thunder. And I think, out of the genres, Tropic Thunder was better, for sure. Out of that Vietnam era stuff. Also went into kind of a Disney kick. I watched Hercules. I remember watching it as a kid and loving it. And I rewatched it, and wow, Hercules was amazing. It's one of those films, and I'll talk about another film later, that really grips you, or really gripped me with the colors. Just the visuals of the movie, those popping colors, those vibrant glows. There's just something about, I just kept going, every scene I kept going, wow, just look at those colors. There's something about that film, that the artwork and the color, just the direction of it was just so good. The songs were fun. The animation was great. The characters were great, but those colors were amazing. I love Greek mythology. Yes, Norse mythology, Greek mythology. I love both of them, but I love the mythologies. I love the characters. The colors were amazing. The animation was great. Oh, such a beautiful movie. I then watched Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Wasn't expecting much. It was pretty cool. The colors are amazing. The art style was amazing. The story was all right. Characters were pretty funny, but definitely could have been. There was a lot of characters that kind of were just glazed over. Could have had more. There could have been more. And I heard that there's a second movie, but it's not very good, so I probably won't waste my time with it. But yeah, all in all, I never hear anyone talk about it when they talk about Disney, and thought it was pretty good. So yeah, and then finally I watched The Emperor's New Groove. This one wasn't for me. I like the Joe from Family Guy actor. I like how he was in it. He always plays those kind of brawny, no brains characters. He was really funny, but other than that, just wasn't for me. I'm not a big Disney guy anyways, but I think I'm leaving it there with Hercules and Atlantis for top animated Disney movies. I'm just not really gonna look back, but maybe I'll bite my words there. Maybe I will go back and watch some more Disney movies. I also watched Saturday Night Fever. Speaking of my least favorite movies on this, Saturday Night Fever was bad. It was left a sour taste in your mouth at the end. I don't often say this, but this movie aged poorly. I heard that there was a PG version of it when it came out, and I'm sure that might have been a little better, because the R-rated version of it was just... It felt like the violence and stuff in it felt useless. It felt like they were just trying to add drama that didn't need to be there. It felt like, maybe the director was a little bit of a creep. I don't really know, but I didn't like it at all. I didn't really like the characters that much either. I thought their dynamics were stupid. All in all, just John Travolta, great. Some of the scenes, amazing. The dancing, good for the time. I don't really like that style of dancing, but it was good. The outfit design, the costume design was amazing. I loved the costumes, and the music was great. But yeah, that's about it. Wasn't for me. Was not for me. Definitely left a sour taste in my mouth at the end as well. Now, moving on, I watched White Sun of the Desert. It's a Russian film that was just like free on YouTube. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And it looks like a cool film, and watched it. It was very interesting. Russian film, I mean, it's one of those films that you kind of just go, wow, like that's different. That's different. It's cool. It's there's a lot of there's a lot of kind of drama-ish to it as well. But the music was great. The scenes were amazing. Like the area that they were in, the scenes, the fighting was great. I mean, the fighting was good for its time. But just like, I don't know, the cinematography was amazing behind it. And I think that was probably the best part about it. The story was kind of bland. Characters were all right. But yeah, it was a good film. It was definitely a good film. And Submarine. Wow. One of wow. Just amazing film. This was the other film that every scene I was going, wow, look at those colors. Look at those scenes. They got and this isn't animated. They got the perfect times of the day. They got the perfect lighting for each and every one of these scenes. And yeah, I think it could have been cast better, but I thought it was cast pretty realistic. The characters didn't look like actors. They didn't look, style. They didn't have that Hollywood like pizzazz to them that they're like, wow, they got gifted with genetics. They didn't get that. They were just some regular kids, what looked like, that just were acting. Not just acting, but just being their character. And all the characters in it, there was a little bit of comedy, there was hints of comedy, but it was kind of a dark comedy. And wow, it was an amazing film. The colors are amazing. The comedy was alright, but it was witty, it was fun. It just the cinematography was one of the best I've ever seen. Like out of any movie, one of the best cinematographies ever. Just wow. I mean, just looking back on it, definitely rewatch it. Definitely recommend it to anyone. It pictured a small town in the UK, or in Wales specifically. It pictured that amazing. I think the one thing that they did bad, or the one thing they could have done better, was they had kind of had this thing of like he's filming his he's filming in retrospect. He's filming like what his life was like, if I'm phrasing that correctly, or what his life wanted to be. I'm not entirely sure which. I mean, like I don't know what entirely they wanted to portray with that, but they didn't really do a good job with that. I mean, it was kind of. I mean, it was added for. The comedic aspect of it, they did a good job with it. Like the cutaways going, oh, this was like scene. This is like section 1. This is section 2. This is section 3, or like comment like pausing and commenting on it. Breaking the third wall was pretty funny. But all in all, just yeah, it was a great film and really pictured that small UK life, small town UK life, or small town Wales life, in just a small seaside village, amazingly. That school bullying, that early relationships. It really pictured that life as a normal person, and the actors just looked and kind of felt like normal people. It was really an amazing movie. And final 2 movies were rewatches. Caddyshack for one. I watched on a plane, but I didn't actually finish it. I didn't actually get to the good part of it. I watched like 2/5 of the movie probably on a plane, and I thought it was alright. I thought it was funny. I didn't really see the rest of it. And I decided to watch it, and kind of a rewatch. And wow, I watched all of it. It was really good. One of my, maybe even top 10, definitely top 20 favorite movies of all time. Like, wow, it was just funny. It was cool. There's the raunchiness to it. There was that kind of time period to it, that kind of like 80s feel, I think. Just very simple town life with like this funny aspect to it. These great characters, great actors, great actresses. Really just a funny movie. Great relationships. Just cool. I mean, honestly, all the golf movies I've watched so far, being this and Happy Gilmore 1 and 2, have just been amazing. So maybe there's something about golf that I just got to keep watching some golf comedies. And speaking of sports, finally, the last movie of this. If I'm not missing anything, I might be missing something else that I rewatched, but whatever. Oh, missing Ted. Ted, another raunchy comedy. Wow, I keep saying, I definitely have a favorite movie type, and I've definitely figured that out this year, but definitely this month. Yeah, Ted was good. I don't really need to talk about it much. It was just good. 8 out of 10. It was funny. It was weird at times. It had a cool concept, and all in all, kind of just a funny movie. It was cool. It made me smile, and I think that's what matters. And finally, I rewatched Varsity Blues. I watched it first in October. I've talked about it on here before, how much I loved it, and I even bumped it up a score. I had a 9 out of 10, and I rewatched it. I turned it 10 out of 10 because this movie blows me away. Definitely my favorite sports movie of all time. Currently, it's not just about football. It's about this kid's life. It's about this kid. He wants more for himself. He doesn't think that he's just gonna peak in high school. He doesn't think he's just that this is the peak of his life. This is the apex. No, this is a great moment of his life, and he loves it, and he's having fun, and he has troubles, blocking him from doing things that he wants to do. But this isn't his entire life. He's not going to be stuck in the small town. He's going to make something of himself. But before he does, he's going to have that final hurrah. All right. Sorry for the cut there. My headphones just died. Or not died, but my headphones just turned off. So what was I saying? About Varsity Blues. Yeah, Varsity Blues. It's just, wow. It was an amazing movie. It was funny. The characters were great. The actors were great. Everyone did their great part. It was greatly cast. The scenes are amazing. The songs are amazing. Wow, they got some great songs on there. It reminds me of American Pie, how that movie had amazing songs in it. And all those American Pie movies had great song choices. This movie had amazing song choices as well. And what else do I need to talk about? Oh yeah, an addition to one of my favorite game series, Forza Horizon. And I've played only 4, so I mean it's not, I haven't played all of them, but I was a huge fan of Forza Horizon 4 and used some of the gameplay footage for, I'm not sure if it was April or March or whatever, of my commentary and my video diaries, my look forward into the future videos. And Forza Horizon 6 came out. I pre-ordered it. I got it. I played a ton of it so far, and I'm gonna keep playing it. This game is amazing. It's all I ever wanted. Open world Japan, tons of cars, tons of customization, tons of stuff to hunt down and do and race and have fun and customize, and everything I could ever wish for in a racing game, in a car game. Really, everything I could ever wish for in a car game. And it's been getting great reviews, which is amazing. Hopefully the DLCs will come out in, some point. Maybe I'm guessing the fall, but the first DLC will probably come around fall time. They usually do that stuff so that it's fresh for the, the award season and for the holiday season, so people can pick it up and buy it. And it just was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, it is. I don't know. I'm saying was. It's an amazing game, and it's all I really ever wanted. And I'm gonna keep playing it. Play it into this month of June. It is already. Wow, 6 months. 6 months into the year. And I've also been watching a ton of 8 out of 10 Cats countdown / 8 out of 10 Cats do. 8 out of 10 Cats and 8 out of 10 Cats do countdown. British comedy TV series. All the clips are on YouTube. Compilations. I've been watching a ton of. I've watched maybe 20 hours of compilations and clips, maybe even more of that, because there's just so much material, over the years that they did it. And Sean Locke is on it now, one of my favorite comedians, rest in peace. And Jimmy Carr's always been an amazing comedian in my opinion. But Sean Locke, really didn't know him until I watched the show, and wow, he's great. He's funny. He's enjoyable. He's just he looks like a random bloke that just has funny jokes and barbecues. That looks about, what he is. He's a funny guy. And, yeah. Really wish I could, maybe I could have seen him in person, but hey, sometimes that, you don't get you don't get to see, I like me, I didn't get to see Three Doors Down in person. Um, and I never will, sadly. But there's still their music, there's still their comedy, uploaded on YouTube. You know, and just like my videos, I want to keep them for that media preservation, that look back on my life, what moment I was in, how I felt about certain things, what engaged me, what made me feel happy in times of unknowing, and you know, kind of a turning point. Those the fork in the road. And 8 out of 10 Cats has been amazing, and it really has helped me relax and just relax and enjoy. Sit down with my cat and just relax. But that's about it for this month. A movie a day keeps the doctor at May. One of the greatest sayings I've ever come up with. I got to get that trademarked. But yeah, school's over. First year of college down. I don't know how many more to go. But summer, summer, here I come. Hope to enjoy this summer and really have fun and relax. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Alrighty. Speak with you soon. Peace.